Hey there, students. I'm going to talk to you for a little bit now about the American Federation of Labor. Now, keep in mind when the American Federation of Labor enters the scene in 1886, the labor movement is in a lot of trouble. There had been a lot of violence. You had the Great Railroad Strike, the Haymarket Affair, the Pullman Strike, and the Homestead Strike, and all of that. And people were viewing the labor movement in a very negative light. A lot of perception that the labor movement was full of people who were essentially un-American, people who were anarchist, communist, socialist, and people like that. That if somebody is part of the labor movement, they're a bunch of extremists, cop killers, and people who want to overthrow the American system of capitalist free enterprise. And enter the American Federation of Labor. Now note first the branding here. The American Federation of Labor. This is being branded as pro-America, not anti-America. And you see here that this was founded by Samuel Gompers to be an association of craft unions. Now, what a craft union is we take people who have a certain skill and we unionize them together. Now, that's as opposed to industrial unionism, which takes everybody that works at the same place, regardless of the level of skill, and puts them in a union together. This is very strategic because there are a lot of people who really can't unionize effectively. There's a reason why fast food employees are not unionized. They can be replaced very easily. So having these craft unions where he is only allowing skilled white men into these unions, he's trying to make this more effective so that you don't have women, blacks, foreigners, and people like that who are negatively affecting the public perception of labor unions. Okay, so keep that in mind that Samuel Gompers is to the labor movement what somebody like Bismarck would be to German unification, this whole kind of realpolitik mentality. And what Gompers does here is he champions bread and butter unionism. This is not a unionism that is about bringing down the system of capitalist free enterprise. This is just about higher wages, less hours, and better working conditions. We don't mind if the guy that owns the factory wants to make a little money. In fact, that's great. We totally support that. But while he's making all that money, can he give a little bit more of that to us? And, you know, we're working really hard and we want to work a little less. And, you know, could you give us a new TV in the break room or something like that? That sort of thing. Yes, I know they didn't have TVs back then. Just bear with me. And one of Gompers' biggest things is the 8-hour day. And the jingle here is 8 hours for work, 8 hours for sleep, and 8 hours for what we will. Here is a political cartoon from the time, and we see really Samuel Gompers' philosophy kind of lampooned here, where there's the guy that is worth $1 a day, and he wants an extra 10 cents a day. The guy worth $3 a day wants another $2.25. The person that is salaried, you see the manager, and we start to see some more pig-like features here. $5,000 wants a $3,000 raise. And then you start to see this guy, you see very pronounced pig-like features, worth $500,000 wants $1 million. And then the 50 million pig wants the earth. And this is just the whole idea that Samuel Gompers is embracing human nature and saying, look, we don't want to overthrow the system. We just want a little bit more. And because of that, Samuel Gompers launches what becomes really the first mainstream American labor movement. And so we see the labor movement go from something that's marginalized to something that is in the mainstream of American politics and able to influence American politics. Now, keep in mind, another bit of labor history is the formation of the AFL-CIO in 1955. The AFL joins with the Congress of Industrial Organizations to create what is today the largest labor union in the United States. So keep that in mind. Samuel Gompers, bread and butter unionism, America, capitalist free enterprise. Yeah, just work me a little less, give me a little more, and make sure that I don't hurt myself at work and that sort of thing. So that's that. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to hear more history. TomRichey.net, my website. Check it out. I'm also on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Like, dislike, comment. Let me hear from you. Until next time.